Hey, come on. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlotte and I am the Trauma Informed Teacher. The Trauma Informed Teacher is a channel all about teacher self-care. And this evening I have a great teacher tip topic for you. It is called having a peaceful evening routine to unwind, relax, and build your energy back up before you go on to a new day. But there are different types of teacher routines. Different teachers like to do different things in the evenings. It really is up to you and your personality and what makes you feel refreshed. There's no one right answer to what your teacher routine should look like, but I'm going to give you a few different options and then you can pick and decide what you'd like to do when creating your own perfect teacher evening routine. Without ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Some teachers really like to focus on the self-care aspects of an evening routine, while others really need to include some work-related tasks to make them feel like they're ready and at ease for the next day. We Are Teachers is an online educator community. I have put a link in the description box below if you'd like to check them out. But they have a suggestion that all teachers should come up with some activities that they can use to transition from their work life to their personal life each evening that are consistent every single day. Those routines should really be something that could take you 10 minutes or less to complete, but it's just become something you don't have to think about every day. You do it automatically. That's the point of a routine. That's the beauty of a routine, whether it's your morning routine when you get to work, your planning and grading routine, or your evening routine. It doesn't matter. It should be something that's so automatic that you can free up some space in your brain for other things and just helps you relax. Personally, I enjoy in the evenings playing with my golden retriever Baxter when I come home, and then I pour myself a refreshing drink, whether it's a seltzer or, maybe have a latte, whatever I feel like that evening, depending on the time of year and my mood that day. And then I just like to take a few minutes to journal about my day. I'm going to include a copy of a journaling template. It came from Michelle Emerson at Pocket Full of Primary. That is linked below. I love this journaling template because it takes me 5 minutes if that's all the time that I have, or if I want to spend a little bit longer, I can. It really helps me unpack my day and it makes me focus on both the challenges and the positives, which I think oftentimes at the end of the day, we can sometimes obsess as teachers over the things that didn't go well, but having that structure of a journaling template where we have to write down several things that we're grateful for, several things that went well, and give ourselves some positive affirmation, it really helps us to, have balance and not overreact about the things that were difficult or challenging in our day. That helps us de-stress. When we can think positively about our day, even though we may have experienced some more difficult moments, we can just kind of take that breath that we need and start to relax and unwind and separate ourselves from what happened in the day. I don't know about you, but there have been many days when I have brought my work home and not really been able to let go of something that was aggravating me, that happened, that didn't go quite right, whether it's that difficult moment with a coworker, which I'm thankful for. Rarely happens where I work. I have a great team, but sometimes, we just don't see eye to eye on certain things. Or it could be a moment that you had when you had to call a parent for something that was not so positive. Whatever it was, a new thing that you have on your plate now that administrators have told you you're going to do next. Those things can all really wear on us. And sometimes we tend to ruminate and think about those things when really in the evenings, we just need to take a breath, let it all go and just be at home and, think only positive thoughts about our work so that we can relax. It doesn't do us any good to focus on the negative to the point where we just can't unwind and we don't necessarily sleep very well, or our conversations with our spouse or our roommate might be not the greatest if we're just focused on those negative parts of our day. So I love the journaling in the evening. I just really feel like it helps you make that separation and also focus on the good. Some teachers really prefer a mix of work and personal activities in the evening. For example, there are some nights of the week where I do really need to spend a little time doing some grading, but I might do it, in front of the TV with my favorite snack. Or I might do it, just next to my spouse, just for that moral support where we might be talking a little bit and I pause. It's not all work at that point. I try to get some things done while I'm still enjoying myself in the evenings, but having that time to either look at my lesson plans and activities for the next day and make a kind of game plan for how my time is going to be divided, or make myself a little note about something that I need to not forget the next day, whatever I'm doing that's related to work. As long as I'm not obsessing and spending too much of my evening doing it, it can really make the next day go smoother, and it can make me relax so much better when I do finally put it away and just spend time on me. So, spending a little time is, I feel like for me, I don't want to do that every single night of the week, but having a few nights of the week where I do that, maybe it's the same nights every week, maybe it's just depending on the week, what I need to do. I pick and choose which evenings, but I do like to spend a little bit of my time looking at something that will help make me feel more ready for the next day's lessons. Then, of course, after that, I'm going to relax by maybe taking a walk, doing a little gardening. I have started my summer vegetable garden, and also I've started my flower gardening, and it's going to be an ongoing process all summer long. I'm looking so forward to really working in my garden this year and making things beautiful and having a great harvest over the summer, because last summer I was not there the entire summer. I went to Zimbabwe, which is an amazing experience that I will never forget. And it was totally worth all the time. But this year, I'm really going to have time to focus on my gardening, which I love to do. And, I'm just doing little bits and pieces of it in the evenings, watering my plants, deadheading some flowers, whatever I need to do just to keep the garden up and running until I have more time to devote to it later this year. So whatever that relaxing looks like for you, make sure that after you do the work tasks, you keep them short, you keep them sweet and simple, and then put them away and take a little time to also do something for you that you enjoy. A blog called The Classroom Nook suggests that teachers really are happiest when they choose a theme for each day of the week. The blog post that I read really suggested that we always do certain tasks on certain days of the week. You might remember, like in Little House on the Prairie, where, it was like laundry was one day of the week, baking was another day of the week. They had dusting on certain days of the week, cleaning on certain days of the week. Each day of the week was for a different task. In the same way, when we balance out our week and have all the important things divided up for specific days, then we just sort of can allow ourselves to flow and we know what's going to happen. However, that doesn't always work for everyone's schedule. Right now, my husband is coaching baseball. It is one of the busiest times of the year for us every single year. I do like to support the baseball team by going to the games and, seeing my students there and cheering them on. And I like to support his work as the coach by just being there and being able to talk to him about what happened during the game. And our games are not the same nights every week. So what I might do is just look on Saturday or Sunday at what do I have coming up that week. I have a board in my house where I write down all the important things. It's called a peek at the week. And I put those up, and then I will sort of figure out my other tasks and place them around those. So by doing that, those things that are the non-negotiables that I know, okay, I want to go to this game. Like tonight, I'm not going to the game because it was 2 hours away and tomorrow is the last day before break. So I don't want to be exhausted. We don't need to have two of us exhausted tomorrow. He's not gonna get back until like 11 probably after their game. So I'm the one staying at home. I'm the one taking care of the dog and making dinner and doing some of the housework. It just worked out that way. But another day this week, I did stay for both the girls and the boys teams. So it was a home game and it just worked out for me. If it's a close away game, I will sometimes drive and watch it. But those are non-negotiables. If I have some sort of meeting, like Wednesdays, I have a lot of meetings, then that's a non-negotiable. I will put those in first, and then I'll schedule my other evening routine activities around it. So if I have a super busy Wednesday, then maybe on Thursday, I'm going to do more self-care type of activities. There are certain nights of the week when I'm going to make sure that I do not look at anything school related so that my mind can really rest. And I would encourage you to pick a few nights a week when you do the same. I might go out to dinner with Joe on those nights. I might visit a friend, have a coffee, do something fun, or I might even drive to the beach to see my family. Michelle Emerson from Pocketful of Primary likes to include a lot of self-care activities in her evening routine. She encourages teachers to engage in comforts like taking a long hot bath, doing some skincare, eating your favorite dinner. A home-cooked meal is always a welcome treat in the evenings. I think those actually sound like really good ideas for tonight when I leave here. Whatever evening routine you choose, make sure you are taking time to do those things that make you feel at peace so you get a great night of sleep. Sleep is so important to everyone, but especially to recovering teachers as you're preparing for the next day in the classroom. I hope you enjoyed these tips for having a peaceful evening routine. Let me know when you craft your own evening routine that you love. Place a comment below. I'd love to interact with you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I post videos twice weekly. Usually they are Mondays and Fridays. And I have a vlog style video and a teacher tip every week. So make sure you hit the subscribe and the little bell so you can get notifications about all my new videos. As always, don't forget to work hard, be kind, and amazing things will happen. Have a great evening.
Wow. I think the kids would love the pool. Oh, yeah.
This Washington couple's buying a family vacation home in sunny Arizona. If they can